Hello and welcome. We are about to embark on a remarkable journey, a journey through time, to a place that has shaped our world in countless ways. This is the story of a small strip of land, nestled at the eastern edge of the Mediterranean Sea, Canaan, the Promised Land, the Holy Land, Palestine, Israel. Each name tells a part of its long and complicated story. For thousands of years this place has been a cradle of faith, a battlefield for empires, a home to peoples who have left an indelible mark on human history. It's a land where every stone seems to whisper a tale of prophets, kings, conquerors. Why does this particular piece of geography matter so much? It's not vast, it's not overflowing with natural resources, yet it has been the focal point of human drama for millennia. It is the birthplace of ideas that have traveled across the globe. It is the setting for stories that billions of people hold sacred. The history of this land is not just a local story. It is a story that belongs to all of us. It's a story of faith, of power, of conflict, of the enduring human quest for a place to call home. Understanding its past is crucial to understanding our present. In this series we will peel back the layers of this extraordinary place. We will walk in the footsteps of its earliest inhabitants, the Canaanites. We will witness the rise and fall of ancient kingdoms like Israel, Judah. We will see mighty empires march across its plains, pharaohs of Egypt, Caesars of Rome. Everyone wanted a piece of this land. We'll explore why it became so important for its strategic location, and for the powerful beliefs that grew from its soil. It's a tale of epic proportions. Our journey will be a historical one. We will navigate through epic timelines. We will start in the deep past. We will travel through classical antiquity, the medieval period, the 20th century, the 21st century. It's a story filled with incredible triumphs and devastating tragedies. It's a story that is still being written today. So join me as we uncover the untold saga of Canaan, a land of endless stories. Let's begin our exploration. To understand the story of this land, you first need to look at a map. See where it is? It sits right at a crucial intersection. It's a land bridge connecting three continents: Africa, Asia, Europe. This geographic position is both a blessing and a curse. For ancient traders, it was a vital corridor. Caravans carrying spices, textiles, precious metals. They moved between the great civilizations of Egypt in the south and Mesopotamia in the east. This constant flow of people and goods made the region a vibrant hub of culture and commerce. New ideas, technologies, languages. This strategic location made it incredibly desirable and incredibly vulnerable. If you were a powerful king in Egypt and wanted to expand into Asia, you had to control this land. If you were a mighty emperor in Babylon or Persia, this was the path you had to take. It was the gateway, the essential piece of the puzzle for any aspiring superpower. The people here rarely enjoyed long periods of peace. They lived in the shadow of powerful, often aggressive neighbors, the armies of pharaohs, Assyrian kings, Babylonian conquerors, Persian emperors, Greek generals, and Roman legions all marched across this territory. Each came to impose its will, collect taxes, and secure this vital piece of their imperial machine. The history of this land is invasions, occupations, and resistance. For the people who called this place home, life was precarious. They had to be adaptable. They had to be resilient. They learned to navigate the complex politics of their powerful neighbors. It forged a people defined by their relationship with their land and their struggle to maintain their freedom within it. The story of Canaan is the story of surviving at the center of the world. The story of this land is a parade of empires. One after another, they came, they saw, they conquered. The first great power to cast its long shadow over the region was Egypt. For centuries, the pharaohs saw Canaan as their northern frontier. They established garrisons. They collected tribute from local Canaanite city-states and controlled the vital trade routes. Egyptian influence can be seen in the art, architecture, and even the religious practices of the time. But their control was never absolute. It was a constant struggle to maintain dominance over the fiercely independent local rulers. Then came the great empires from the east, from Mesopotamia. First, the brutal and efficient Assyrians. They swept through the region in the 8th century BCE, conquering the northern kingdom of Israel and deporting many of its people. Next were the Babylonians, who, under King Nebuchadnezzar II, did the same to the southern kingdom of Judah. They destroyed the great temple in Jerusalem and carried the Jewish elite into exile. This was a traumatic event. After the Babylonians came the Persians. Their empire was the largest the world had ever seen. But their approach was different. Under Cyrus the Great, the Persians allowed the exiled Jews to return to their homeland and rebuild their temple. This was a period of relative peace and religious freedom. But this too would not last. The next great conqueror arrived from the west. Alexander the Great and his Greek armies stormed through the region. This brought a new culture, a new language, and new ideas, a process we call Hellenization. The Greeks were followed by the Romans. The mighty Roman Empire absorbed the region into its vast domain, renaming it Judea. The Romans were master engineers and administrators. They built roads, aqueducts, and cities. But their rule was often harsh and intolerant of local customs, especially religious ones. This led to a series of bloody Jewish revolts. The Romans crushed these rebellions with overwhelming force, destroying the Second Temple in 70 CE and scattering the Jewish people across the empire. The land was once again transformed. As we journey through this epic history, we will see how each of these layers, each conquest, each empire, each faith, left something behind. The land itself is like a manuscript, written and rewritten over centuries. But the old text is never completely erased. You can still see the traces of what came before. Ancient Canaanite foundations lie beneath Roman cities. Crusader castles stand guard over landscapes once ruled by Islamic caliphs. The echoes of the past are everywhere. In the names of towns and villages, this long history of conflict and conquest has also created a legacy of competing claims. It is central to Judaism as the Promised Land. It is sacred to Christians as the place where Jesus lived, preached, and died, and it is holy to Muslims who believe the Prophet Muhammad ascended to heaven from Jerusalem. These powerful religious connections have made the land not just a strategic prize but a spiritual one. This brings us to the modern era. The collapse of the last great empire to rule the region, the Ottoman Empire after World War I, created a power vacuum. The 20th century brought new forces into play. British colonial rule, the rise of Zionism, and the emergence of Palestinian Arab nationalism. The dream of a Jewish homeland clashed with the reality of an existing Arab population that had lived on the land for centuries. This is the root of the struggle we still see today. Our journey is not just about understanding the past, it is about understanding how that past continues to shape the present. They are the living foundation of today's headlines. The Israeli-Palestinian conflict is a modern chapter in a very old book. The arguments over territory, identity, and rights are filled with the echoes of thousands of years of history. By understanding this long and complex saga, we can begin to grasp the profound challenges, the deep-seated emotions, and the enduring hope for peace in this remarkable and troubled land.